What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here, and welcome back to another news roundup. And to kick us off is that Next Level Games, the developer of Super Mario Strikers for the GameCube and Poncho for the Wii, has been mighty quiet about their next project, ever since Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon released in March of 2013, which was 2 years ago. So what are they working on, since we have no confirmation on what game it is or even what platform it's coming out on? But we do have a hint that it might be for the Wii U. And I say that because Dan Prattazina, who's a cutscene animator for Next Level Games, who started working at the company in November of 2014, posted a blurb on his personal website that got people speculating. And the snippet that's got people's attention is the following, where he says, "It's a ton of fun being surrounded by Nintendo IP all day. It's making me want a Wii U. Is that weird? Yes, it is. But here we are." Okay, so maybe he just really wants a Wii U. But the part that sent out a red flag is that he recently removed the part where he mentions the Wii U. It's no longer there. So some people are seeing this as a possible leak that Next Level's next game is going to be coming to the Wii U. But they might be making a mountain out of a molehill. It could be that he removed the blurb about the Wii U from his website because it was kind of said in a negative way, where he alluded that it was weird to want a Wii U. So Next Level Games could have been like, hey, you better remove that from your website because Nintendo's gonna send their assassins. Whatever the game turns out to be, maybe we'll hear something about it soon. I mean, they have been working on it for almost a good 2 years, so an announcement could be coming relatively soon, maybe at E3 2015. Maybe we'll get a new Super Mario Strikers for the Wii U, a new Punch-Out for the Wii U, or maybe they have a Nintendo IP that they haven't touched before. So go ahead and sound off in the comment section below and tell me what game you want Next Level's next game to be. And some exciting 3DS news if you're a fan of the Etrian Odyssey series, because Atlus has announced that they're bringing Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold the Factor 9 exclusively to the 3DS in North America this summer. That's a mouthful. This new entry is essentially 2 games in one, as you can play an updated version of the original Etrian Odyssey 2 with new dungeon layouts, new graphics, and system improvements, and also an Untold portion, which is a brand new story mode with a fixed party, voice dialogue, and animated cutscenes. The game does also introduce a new class if you play the new Untold story mode, and that class is the Fafnir or Fafnir class, and they're able to transform into a beastly monster that enhances their abilities and attributes. So if you're a fan of the Etrian Odyssey series, this is going to be right up your alley. Now, Atlus for some reason likes to make their 3DS games $50, and Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold is going to be $50. And again, the game is going to be releasing this summer, and it will be made available at both retail and on the eShop. So I hope you have a pretty penny, because this game is going to cost a pretty penny. And some Wii U news for all my European viewers out there who have been anxiously awaiting the release of Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, we now have a release date for you guys. The Super Tough Pink Puff has already been out in Japan since January and in North America since February, but Europe is going to have to wait a little bit longer, and that date is May 8th. I don't know why the game has taken so long to get released in Europe, maybe the translation into different languages, even though there isn't actually much dialogue in the game, but nevertheless, May 8th is when it's happening. And I do recommend the Kirbyster's latest game, because it is quite fun. And if you haven't done so already, you can check out my review for Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. There will be a link in the description below. Plug! And in some news that should get all you old school Sonic fans squealing with glee, is that Galaxy Trail has announced that their game Freedom Planet, which released on Steam back in July, is coming to the Wii U eShop. You can clearly see it's a throwback to Sonic's classic 2D platforming adventures. I mean, there's loopy-loops, there's robots, and you run. That is Sonic. Freedom Planet actually started out as a Sonic the Hedgehog fan game. It used to have rings and Dr. Eggman was in the game, but it later turned into its own thing. Freedom Planet has different characters to play as, tons of quirky bosses, hidden pathways, and it's all wrapped up in the high-speed goodness that Sonic fans clamor for. Now, as before we can expect the game to release on the Wii U, the developer suspects the game should be releasing around the end of the year, so it's still a ways away. But if you aren't too happy with Sonic's latest endeavors like Sonic Bammy, then you might want to keep your eye on Freedom Planet. Or you can just purchase it on Steam. I ain't judging. Also coming to the Wii U eShop this year, alongside Freedom Planet, is the puzzle platformer Poncho. I wanted to make mention of Poncho because it actually looks pretty cool. It has some nice tasty and detailed pixel art, and it has you jumping between the foreground and background like mutant muds, which is a mechanic I really like. The big difference between this and Mutant Mudds is that there's no levels at all in Poncho. You just wake up in the center of the game and you choose to go where you want. There's no hand-holding to tell you where to go. Plus, there will be multiple areas and pathways for you to explore, and apparently you'll never be able to see everything in a single playthrough. And Poncho Man looks quite adorable in his little poncho, so you might want to keep your eye on this one when it comes to the Wii U in 2015. And as a way to round this video off is that not too long ago, inti-creates announced that Azure Striker Gunvolt 2 is coming to the Nintendo 3DS. But how far along in development is the game? Well, not very far. Yes, inti-creates has confirmed that Gunvolt 2 is only in the concept phase so far, so they still got a long ways to go. So, since that's the case, it looks like Gunvolt 2 might not be releasing until 2016. But hey, we got Mighty Number 9 to hold us over. Let's hope it's good. And that will bring us to the end of the news roundup. If you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up and add your favorites and all that good stuff. And you can stay tuned for more videos in the future. But I will talk to you all later in the next video, guys. Bye!